Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, I have created another code application for the student and also we successfully insert this data and we get this data, right? So now I want to get a specific one of the ID data. That means our edit functionality, go to our API. So that will be same as a student and then edit, and then in our student controller, I want to create one of the method as a student edit. Okay, student edit method. Now copy it. Now go to our student controller. So to the student controller, after this I want to create another one. So procedure will be same. I want to use that public and then function and then our method name, and also they have one of the ID. We have to pass this requested ID, right? So here they have also one of the edit ID. So I think at that point it's very easy to use right now. And then from our sections controller I want to copy it. That will be same. I copy it, and then here I want to paste it. So that will be as a student. I name it one of the variable as a student, whatever the name actually you choose. So our model name now right now we are using as a student model, so that will be as a student model, and find or fail our this requested ID, return response our this student. Okay, great, that's all. Now I want to access our this edit, student edit. Click as a save all. Now go there. Here I want to use it as a student edit. Okay, student edit, and I want to get as a 2 ID. Okay, that is a 2 ID data because they have the only 2. There is a 1 ID and there is another one as a 2 ID, right? So now I want to get the 2 ID. So that is the API student edit and then 2 ID. Now click as a send. Yeah, you can see it's perfectly get our specific 2 ID data. So now if you want to update, our procedure will be just like that same. I want to create another one as a student update, and in our student controller it will be created. I want to create another method as a student update. Okay, so now student update method I want to create in our student controller, and that is our URL, and that is one of the post method, right? So now if you go there, and then procedure same as a public and then function and then our method name. So that is our method, and here we have to pass 3 things. So one will be as a request because that is one of the post method, and then the $request, right? That is a $request, and also here we have to pass our requested ID, which ID you want to update. Perfect, so that's all. And then I want to take everything from our section controller for the update, but I copy it, and then in our student controller here I want to paste it. Okay, so our model name first, our model name as a student find or fail. It will be find or fail our this ID. When it will be get it, then it will be update our all that field. Our field will be same, but I copy it. Okay, copy it, and then here I paste it. So that's all that our field, right? So everything will be rest of this, everything will be same. Only I want to change that message. It will be displayed as a student updated successful. This type of the message it will be display. Okay, friend. So now click as a save all. Now go there, API I want to hit our this update. Now go there in our post, that is one of the post method, and here after this I make it as a student update. After that is the ID, right? If you go to our URL, you can see there is student update and then the ID. So I want to update our specific 2 ID data. So that is our 2 ID. So for the 2 ID I want to do like there is a everything will be same, only I want to use that as a another name as a John. Okay, I name it as a John, and also our email ID will be updated as a John. Okay, John, everything is great. And password, that is also password. If you want to change it, you can change it. So now click as a send. Yes, you can see student updated successful. If you now go to our gate, so from the gate I have updated the 2 ID, right? There is a 2 1, so the 1 and the 2 I have updated this one. Now click as a send. Perfect, you can see there is a name is updated and also email is updated. And now I want to complete the delete functionality. So I think it's very easy right now to you. So friend, everything will be needed. Okay, when you will actually create our project. So for the project, this fundamental will help you a lot. So that is a student and the delete, and also you have to delete it with one of the ID, and then in our student controller I want to create another method as a student delete. Okay, so now this method I want to create in our student controller. Go to our student controller, that is one of the get method. So after this I name it as a public and then function. Okay, function and then our method name, and to this method that will be as a AND method. Okay, that will be as a AND method, and then here the same, I copy it from our section controller, and after that I paste it, and also they have one of the requested ID. So that is our requested ID. Okay, so now our model name as a student. So now with this student, it should be find or fail our this requested ID, then that will be delected. It should be return response on the message as the student delected successfully. So it should be displayed as a student delected successfully. That's all. Okay, friend. Now if you click as a save all, so now if you go, now here I want to actually apply our this URL. Our URL will be as a student delect and then ID. I want to delect the 2 ID. Okay, and there is a 2 ID. I want to delect it. So after that API, then that will be as a student and the delect and then the 2. Okay, 2 ID I want to delect. Right now they have the 2 data into the API student. You can see there is a word ID 2 and the ID 1. I want to delect our this ID 2. So now if you hit it, click as a send. Yes, you can see student delected successful. If you go to our database, now go refresh it. Yes, you can see it's not successfully delected as a 2 ID delected. If you go to our get method, hit this API, perfect. Now they have only 1. Okay, friend, how much easy it is, you can see. So friend, that is very basic. Here I didn't create any interface. I only actually discuss about all that main core functionality. Okay, so literally when we create this project, into the project area, we'll create on the front-end interface, we'll create some of the back-end interface, then we'll call all that API and consume all the data with this API. Okay, so how can do that work? Everything step by step will be more clear to you. So I hope, friend, you understand that part, how to create some of the REST API, how much easily we did that work. I hope it's very much clear to you. So thanks for watching, and I will see you into the next session.